and that becomes then a huge heavenly event in which the heavenly realities overtake the darkness of shaitan, and whatever shaitan has established upon this earth and its fitna, and from realms that we can't understand, from seen and unseen. Shaitan's fitna, Dajjal's fitna is not what people can understand, it's from unseen and from many different realities. That which mankind don't know, they don't focus on, they've never done seclusions. You know that when a shaykh enters seclusion, the biggest event he has is unseen events. It's not that he sit there, now they bring a dinner for him, some bread for him, and he has to busy himself making zikr, trying to entertain himself, what I'm going to do for the next 40 hours, 20 hours. As soon as they enter in seclusion they're bombarded with attacks from things they never understood, never saw, never realized. And then Allah said, this is my kingdom. So when Allah loves the servant He familiarizes them with His kingdom, and His kingdom is vast and unknown to men. So it's not what we see, what we see is but a delusion and illusion. So that's what we said, everything is of a different nature, different reality. So we talked before even about the fallen angels. Who is Harut and Marut? At what time did the Harut and Marut come down? So it means that these angels that came and didn't understand the testing when they had asked, because the effect of shaitan on their knowledges, because they were listening to Azazil, and as a result of listening to him through a tainted and dirty heart they become tainted with his knowledges and his character. When Allah named the Khalifa they say, oh why you make this Khalifa when he's going to make a lot of bloodshed. Means they had been tainted now by Azazil, shaitan's bad character, otherwise angels don't talk like that, they don't question Allah. When that occurred then Harut and Marut were then two angels thinking that this is not so big deal, this human life of theirs. And we described that story before. And then Allah says, okay I'll give you Ismullah al-Azam, and you descend onto this earth, and when necessary and your testing is finished you use this name and come back up. And as soon as they descended onto the earth they drank, they fornicated, they killed. It's but one day. Then repenting, crying, asking Allah's forgiveness, trying to use the name they had to go back, and Allah blocked everything, says, you are forbidden from entering into this realm. And as a result they went into the cave of Babel, the angels took them, Harut and Marut, into the well of Babel. And in that well they've been hung upside down to the last days. And as a result the source of immense black magics based on them. And they don't dispel the magic without a warning that you will be destroyed by Allah if you take this knowledge. And these men line up to take that knowledge. So that first war, where's the well of Babel? In Babylonia, in Iraq. That first war was to secure that well. And the minute they entered into that war, the first area they took was that well, safeguarded it, closed it all off, and began to send cousins into the well whom wanted the knowledge of shaitan. And they were flown on special flights into that region to take those knowledges. Because we said the door of Allah was closed, means those whom don't listen to Allah have no access to Allah. Those who do harm and bad character, they have no access to Allah. When access to Allah is lost, who comes to give access? Shaitan. So when you lose the rope of the heavens you take the rope of Jahannam. And that was the whole purpose of that region, was to take those areas and take those knowledges and go in and out taking its realities, so that they could prepare for their Dajjal to arrive and the knowledges that the Dajjal was going to put upon this earth. So many things are happening and the earth is not what we think and people are not what we think. That's all these teachings, inshaAllah, is that the light of Prophet is coming, is entered onto this earth, but that kingdom opening with all its rules is with the arrival of Sayyidina Mahdi salam, right? Because the kingdom of Allah, its lights and its realities established with the presence of Prophet. As we said, the religion of Allah is Islam. So as soon as Prophet physicality arrived, the kingdom of Allah arrived upon this earth. Now for it to open, then is the destruction of the satanic kingdom, and that's with Sayyidina Mahdi salam. And that becomes
Said, if angels are programmed only to follow Allah's orders, how are they able to be tainted by shaitan? Does that mean even angels aren't protected from shaitan?
No, at that time they were taking knowledges, that was a test for them. That as Azazil was a jinn and as his worshipness was increasing, he was rising, and as he was rising to the realm of malaika, he was speaking and teaching haqqaiqs and realities. And as a result of what he was teaching, and Allah knows, Allah tests His creation, Allah they plan and Allah's plan is always supreme. Allah knows the character of Azazil, He knew what was hidden within him that he didn't know of himself. He said he thought he was a perfect worshipper, made sujood everywhere. They said not one hand length is not been filled by his sujood. But Allah wanted to expose the bad character, and we have many talks on that, people could go back, that it's not only the knowledge that you take but it's the glass in which you take it from. If the person is clean, the person is sincere, the person has love for Sayyidina Muhammad, you're taking a knowledge from a clear glass. But just because I want to take knowledge, if the glass is dirty and poisonous you'll become sick. That's why I say, oh but this guy, where's the sheep, but he speaks these amazing things. Yeah, that's a poison glass. The juice may be very alluring to you, so oh, such an amazing drink, but from that cup is going to kill you, because the character of that person is tainted on that glass to poison the individual. And as the angels were being poisoned by Azazil, Allah wanted to bring it out and to show them that when you take your source of information from that which is not pure in character, but I'll show you the character by giving the command, bow down. The angels bowed down and Azazil didn't bow. So all his life of bowing was for what? If one time Allah asks something and he doesn't do it. And as a result been cast down, and those angels were cast down with him and became his supporters and put upon this earth, in which they spread their fitna and every type of badness upon this earth. That was the lesson. After the lesson everyone understood. After Harut and Marut, then the angels were trembling, because Allah wanted to show them free will is not something you can carry right? Because angels don't understand the greatness of Bani Adam. When Allah says, وَلَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي Adam, I have given you an immense honour. Imagine then the angels whom are of a stagnant nature, they're like water with no big surprise, they think they're great. Then they look at Bani Adam and say, oh this guy makes a lots of sins, these people. Why Allah favoured them with Harut and Marut, and they were shown that free will is not something people can carry, not creations can carry it. The angels couldn't carry it for one day. So they at that time understood what type of tests Bani Adam and the progeny of Adam are going through, so that to be compassionate towards this creation and loving towards this creation, and to understand their test is difficult. This life is difficult, its temptations are overwhelming, and those whom try to ascend to the heaven, Allah wanted these creations that love them, help them. See how difficult their existence is on this earth, and those who are willing to rise within the heavens, then they should be cherished and loved and helped, inshaAllah. So every creation is going to be tested, there's nothing that doesn't get tested by Allah, inshaAllah.